What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Hasbro Power Rangers Lightning Collection Mighty Morphin Ninja Pink Ranger, the second version. And so here we have the Ninja Pink Ranger pose and out of the packaging. Before we have a look at the figure, let's actually run through her accessories. Catherine does come with 3 different head sculpts. We do get the unmasked head, which looks really nice. We do get the masked head, which has her eyes exposed. And then we have a full mask, which looks really good. She also does come with 2 pairs of hands. We get a pair of fists. We get a style pose right hand and a chopping left hand. She also does come with a kicking effect, which does attach to her legs. If these accessories look familiar, they are the exact same accessories we got with Kimberly, with the exception of 2 head sculpts. So with that out of the way, let's have a closer look at Catherine. So here we have a closer look at Catherine, and we're not going to spend too much time on her details because for the most part she is 99% the exact same figure that we got with the original Ninja Pink Ranger, with the exception of 2 head sculpts. We do have this head sculpt which she has on her right now, which is her unmasked head, which looks really nice. I do like the hair on her, though I feel like they could have added some shading. This is Hasbro we're talking about. They have the money for shading. But yeah, it does look really nice, and it does bear a good likeness to the actress, although I feel like maybe her lips are off to the right just a little bit, unless she's doing like a little smirk, which I guess that makes sense. Maybe I'm not looking at her face perfectly well, but yeah, I do like the head sculpt. I do like the bandana going along her head. It still has the diamond outlined in gold, so that looks really good. But other than that, it's essentially the exact same figure we got with the original Ninja Pink Ranger, which was Kimberly, Catherine being the second Pink Ranger in Power Rangers. I do like the crane right here. I've always liked the emblems, but I would have liked to see it, and this is a complaint I said on the original figures, is if these were actually sculpted on, that would have given it a little bit of a difference. Or even if they had made Kimberly the pterodactyl, it wouldn't have made sense, but yeah, it would have looked nice. Paint still very clean, although I think the paint is cleaner on these second issue Rangers. You can see the gold is cleaner and it does reach the belt on her, although right here you can see it kind of goes a little bit over the belt, but it's still really good. Really do like the diamonds. They're painted very well. We do have a little bit of the casting that got a little too close to the nub. You can see that's where they cut it off in the production. Really do like the gauntlets. Those look nice, although I would have liked to see a little bit of sheen on the gauntlets just to make it a little more accurate. She does have a white belt, which is accurate. There was only one Ranger that had a black belt, and that was Tommy. Same exact torso, same everything on this figure, so you're really not getting anything new besides the head sculpts, but it's still a really solid sculpt, and I really do like the way this figure looks. It's honestly one of the better molds that Hasbro has made. It still has some issues. There's something that we'll never get over, and that is having issues with the actual mold itself in terms of articulation. But yeah, for the most part, it is a clean figure, and I do like the way it came out. I wish there was more to talk about, but you can see a more in-depth look on it on my original Ninja Pink Ranger review. So yeah, a little bit unfortunate that Catherine just has to play second fiddle for Kimberly again. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get her compared to other figures you may have in your collection. Here we have Catherine posed next to a Marvel Legends Cyclops and a DC Multiverse Superman. Here we have Catherine posed next to a WWE Elite Scale figure and a Mezco 1/12 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man. Here we have Catherine posed next to a Lightning Collection White Ranger and a Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian. Here we have Catherine posed next to the original Ninja Pink Ranger Kimberly. And for one final comparison, here we do have Catherine posed next to the rest of the Mighty Morphin Ninjetti Rangers. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually have a look at Catherine's articulation. Now, just like with Kimberly, she does have a ball joint here at the head. Unfortunately, with the masked head or unmasked head, because of her hair, you don't get too much range out of it. If you have one of the other heads, you get better mobility just because of how her hair is sculpted. But she does have a ball joint, which would let her look up and down and give her some slight head tilt. She can turn left and right, no problem. Then we do get a second ball joint down at the base of the neck, so that does help with posability, even though she does have her long hair. She does have a butterfly joint in the shoulder, which really doesn't move all too well, unfortunately, but it does go out to the side very nicely. Goes all the way around, and I really like the way that these shoulder pads are just rubber pieces are sandwiched between the butterfly joint and the shoulder. That's a really smart move. She does have a swivel here at the bicep. She has a double bend at the elbow, going pretty far. I do like that. She has a swivel hinge here at the wrist. She does have an ab crunch, which does let her lean back about that far, and then she leans forward about that far, but because of how thick the tunic is, it does hinder some of that articulation. But she does have a ball joint here at the waist, so that it does pivot side to side, as well as lets her rotate. Her legs are on drop down hinges, so they do hinge down, which she can kick forward. Oh, that's a really stiff joint, but yeah, she can kick forward to about right there, which is pretty decent. Kicks back not too far, out to the side, almost all the way, so I do like that. We have a thigh swivel up high. We have a double bend here at the knee, working really good. She has a swivel here at the boot, as well as a hinge in the ankle going forward and back, as well as forward facing pin for rocker ankle. So overall, the same articulation that we saw on the original Pink Ranger, which I had no issues with other than the tunic being so thick and the butterfly joints not really working. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get a pose for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Mighty Morphin Ninja Pink Ranger pose for my final thoughts. And overall, I really do like the Ninja Rangers, don't get me wrong, but I do feel like Hasbro kind of cut corners on this mold. There's a lot of things they could have done differently that could have improved mobility, like making the tunic one piece that could articulate on its own rather than a soft plastic that hinders articulation. Hasbro will do what Hasbro does. Now, unfortunately for most people, I don't think they're going to be collecting every single Ninja Ranger. I know that a lot of people prefer Kimberly, some people prefer Catherine. Me, I could go either way. I really did like Kimberly, and Catherine was a pretty good character. She was a Pink Ranger from the, I believe, 3rd season of Mighty Morphin all the way to Turbo, which was a pretty good run. Catherine here is a really nice figure, but like I stated, she comes with the exact same accessories as Kimberly, from the fists to the style pose right hand, the chopping left hand, and the stunt double mask, as I like to call it. But we did get at least 2 really nice head sculpts with the half mask and the unmasked head, which I think those look really good. If you guys are looking for this version of the Pink Ninja Ranger, she is starting to hit stores at the time I'm making this video. I did order mine off Target.com, and when I went into Target, she was sitting on the pegs the same day it arrived at my house, so she is hitting stores right now. She is relatively easy to find. I actually saw an entire case of the Ninja Pink Ranger at the time I'm making this video, so she should be relatively easy to find. If you missed out on Kimberly and want a Pink Ranger in your collection, this is a really good way to go. Unless you're a completionist and you need all 7 Rangers, then you're going to need Catherine in your collection as well. She will run you on a scorching $24, which is $2 more than Kimberly. And yeah, it's the same figure, same accessories. Even the effect piece is the exact same with a little bit of pink tint to it instead of blue. I don't see that justifiable as a $2 price hike. That's just Hasbro getting greedy with their money laundering scheme to sell us action figures, I guess it would be the easiest way to put it. But yeah, it's going to be $24 for Catherine here versus the $22 for Kimberly, so do keep that in mind when picking up this figure. She is a Target exclusive, so the only way to get her is through Target. So with that being said, guys, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews, as well as all my other Power Ranger Lightning Collection videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you'd like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it fits in my collection, I'll gladly have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and as always, ring that bell to be notified anytime I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.